cleared begin to accrue storage until clearance is done. What is more baffling and troubling is that during the period following the 5 days, APM terminals Liberia includes national holidays and Sundays in counting of storage accumulation. In my mind, the counting of national holidays and Sundays in accumulation of storage is unjust, unfair, and to a large extent, it is a ploy designed to rob our citizens and other business people of thousands of United States dollars. The act of collecting storage on Sundays and national holidays is an act of broad day robbery, and that is being carried out by APM Terminals Liberia. Because the very Sundays and national holidays are non-working days for APM terminals. Why should someone pay storage on goods when in fact you, as the discharging agency, do not work on Sundays and national holidays? Additionally, APM terminals is in the unfair practice of compelling our customers to pay extra costs that accumulate as a result of breakdown to their system. A case in point is June 3, 2024, when APM Terminals Liberia declared that their system was off. In the interim, the management opted to have our customers pay additional costs as a result of breakdown to their system. Similarly, consignees who delivered orders were to get expired on that day, June 3, 2024, could not get the goods cleared because of the very APM Terminals Liberia system breakdown. In the same vein, it is mind-boggling to note that the shipping lines through APM Terminals Liberia asked consignees to pay extra costs for the renewal of their delivery orders, when in fact the system breakdown was not their fault. Honorable Pro-Tempore and distinguished colleagues, it is also reliably gathered that APM Terminals Liberia is in the business of increasing or handling charges by 10 to 15% every 2 years, with offshoring costs for said increment. This alleged unjustifiable 15% increment on the part of the APM Terminals Liberia is one of the reasons for the continuous increase in the prices of goods and services on the Liberian market. These ugly business practices on the part of the APM Terminals Liberia are in many ways crippling our economy, and as such, we as national leaders must act and act now. These ugly business practices being carried out by APM Terminals Liberia have also made our custom brokers to lose so many clearing contracts. In view of the above, I'd like to call on the Liberian Senate to summon the management of APM Terminals Liberia before this body, the Liberian Senate, to answer among many questions the following. A, why are they, the APM Terminals Liberia, asking business people to pay storage fees for non-working days, Sundays and national holidays? B, why are they, APM Terminals Liberia, allegedly increasing handling charges by around 10 to 15% every 2 years? And C, why are they, APM Terminals Liberia, asking business people to pay storage accumulated as a result of system breakdown? With these looming questions, I once more beseech the Liberian Senate to summon APM Terminals Liberia to come and answer to same, as well as provide clarity to the many concerns raised herein. Best regards, sincerely, Simeon Boydman Taylor, Senator, Grand Cape County. Madam President,
distinguished colleagues, we've heard the reading of a communication from Senator Simeon Taylor of Grand Cape County. What is your word of pleasure? Senator Saltuza.
Madam Pro-Tem and colleagues, having listened to the communication written by Senator Taylor of Grand Cape County, I move, if I can obtain the second, that the communication be received and sent to the respective committee, and that Senator Taylor be given 2 minutes to elaborate on the said issues. If I can obtain a second.
Order.
And a second for the motion.
Yes, I did. Wait, he didn't address those two things. He was sitting down.
For the record, sit down, so I read the report. On record, Councilman Chair.
I will be ready to vote if the movement can agree after instead of inviting, but let us say we should invite
Yeah, that's why I want a motion, a voting committee.
Any other on record? Yeah. Senator Taylor.
Are we ready to vote if the movement will accept the amendment to the effect that the management of Freeport and Commerce Ministry also be invited or cited to those hearings at the committee level? I'll be ready to vote. I'm asking them already. So it can be clear in the motion.
So accept.
Okay, with no other witness, are you ready to vote? Can I have a witness? All in favor, say yea.
Yeah.
Against? Senator Taylor?
If you the Freeport of Monrovia should be one of the gateway to the economies of this country. And the attitude of the APN terminal causes serious embarrassment to business people in our country. APN terminal will declare that our system has broken down, and it is not the fault of the Nigerian people who goes there to do business, but the fear of that breakdown. If the system breaks down for 3 days, they will charge you extra 3 days payment before you get your cargo on the report. And that is a serious embarrassment. I experienced it myself. That's why I brought it to the attention of the Nigerian. If you have your delivery order and there is a system breakdown for 2 days, where you were just to get your cargo to labor and the system is unable to lock you in, they will charge you after the day they gave you for you to pay extra cost for your delivery order again before getting your cargo on the port. And those things that are happening are not the fault of the people who went there to do business. It is that system and it is that fault. So why should they be charging like people to pay that kind of money? So it's helping to break down the economies of Liberia and also the Liberians that are doing business. And people say, oh, Liberians are not serious to do business. Only the Liberians can do business because they can afford to pay. Liberian people that want to do businesses are finding it difficult to bring that goods at the port. Sometimes they go in different countries to export that goods there. And so it's bad, and we must stop it and try to change the system. They are increasing our handling charges between 10 to 15% every 2 years. I think it's important that we allow the PNT to come before the committee to answer the question of like Senator Dillon said, a comment so that we can ask them to answer to us as to why they are increasing their handling charges and why they are charging people on holidays and their system breakdown, they ask people to pay. So it's important that we do that with them and police. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. What's the timeline
And that was the Senator of Grand County, Senator Samuel Taylor, a resolution of communication that the APM team will be invited at the House of Senate for clarification.
Business on President's Desk. Communication from Senator and Email of Grand County. Office of the Chairman, Labor Committee, Chairman Angela Cox. June 18, 2024. The President pro tempore and distinguished colleagues of the Liberian Senate in section, Capitol Building, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Honorable pro tempore and distinguished colleagues, I would like to present my compliments and bring to your attention an environmental issue that has been a grave concern over the years. The Ministry of Mines and Energy has been issuing mining licenses to companies or individuals to conduct industrial river mining. My study shows that industrial river mining is occurring in the following rivers. 1. The Cavallo River around Grand County. The Dubet River, Grand County, and the St. Paul River, Bond County. Over the years, river mining remains industrial in nature. That means the mining goes to the depth and the banks of the rivers, knocking down trees into the rivers and dislodging all of the marine life from the inhabited or places of comfort. Importantly, some of our towns and villages that are located at the banks of these rivers have lost total access to clean river water. Most of the residents in these towns and villages have always accessed clean water from the rivers in the past to sustain their living conditions. Today, access to clean water from the rivers are non-existent. The rivers are populated and contaminated. Pro tempore and distinguished senators, industrial river mining has not only polluted our waters, but also contaminated it from the use of liquid mercury in these rivers as reported. Liquid mercury is a toxic. Human exposure to mercury can damage the nervous system, the kidneys, liver, and immune system. Mercury is one of the most serious contaminants threatening our nation's water because it is potent neurological poison in fish. Wildlife and humans can also take a mercury. The metal builds up in the bloodstream over time. Recommendation. However, it is fair to say that the economic value of industrial mining cannot and does not exceed the value of human and marine life. It is therefore recommended that industrial river mining be brought to an end so as to bring sanity to our environment. Thanks. Senator Thomas Yaya Nimen, Chairman, Senate Committee on Labor, and Co-Chairman, the Senate Committee on Health. Madam Pro Tempore.
Distinguished colleagues, we've heard the reading of a communication from Senator Nimen. What is your will and pleasure?
Madam President and colleagues, let me first of all say thanks to our colleague from Grand County for raising this issue. Having said that, I move, if I can obtain a second, that the communication be received and the senator is given 2 minutes to speak on the issue as well. All right. Lenzeman. I see the chairman communicating with me as Lenzeman. If I can attend the second, the chairman second.
I want to say, congratulations.
The motion is not clear.
I said one week.
All in favor, say yes.
Yeah.
Program, thank you very much. Distinguished colleagues. I was born in village at the end of Kabbalah River. A lot of our villages, those of us that live in the southeastern region, we always try to look for water to survive. In the dry season, the only thing we have access to is the river water. The money goes to the depth and the banks of the rivers. All of the fishes, the alligators, the water animals that are there that are referred to as river marines, we don't even know their life statuses today, whether they're still alive or not. You go hooking the water, you can't find fish, the fish cannot see. I think it's about time. We have already given our land for gold mining. Then they give our rivers. Why? And then they are using liquid mercury to mine gold. Liquid mercury is one of the most dangerous elements to mankind. The fish cannot see when it sees it. Mercury is not something when you touch it, almost it's a fluid, but when you touch it, you can't hold it in the water. When the fish see it shining on the water, it will swallow it. When it swallows it, it will digest the system and goes into the bloodstream. You catch that fish, you eat it, you're in trouble. And when you gas it, remember say that we struck it. So today I'm asking this honorable Senate to call, let us go into the committee and let's call the Lands Mine Minister. What is the economic value of the Joshua River mine and put it to the extent where we cannot survive?
Thank you, Senator.
Business on President's Desk. Communication from Senator Momoti Saros of Local County, requesting excuse of absence. Madam President. Senator J. Bravo Brown of the excuse of absence. Report from State Committee. Report from the Joint Committee, Judicial and Human Rights on the cancellation of the digitalization of resident permit cards equipment. June 12, 2024. The President pro tempore.
Order from Ryan. The committee is here.
ADD. The Liberian Senate, June 12, 2024. The President pro tempore and distinguished members of the Liberian Senate in session. Capitol Building, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Dear Honorable pro tempore and distinguished colleagues, subject: request from the Joint Committee on Defense, Intelligence, Security and Veteran Affairs, Judiciary Claims and Petition, and Public Accounts Committee for cancellation of the digitalization of resident permit cards agreement between the government of Liberia and Contact Global. Introduction. As Liberia embarks on its journey toward modernization, the transition from manual to digital systems in the issuance of alien resident permits marks a significant step. This initiative is intended to streamline the process, enhance security, and boost revenue generation. However, such developments must be thoroughly scrutinized to ensure they are aligned with national interests and comply with legal and operational standards. The Joint Committee comprises Judiciary, Human Rights Claims and Petitions, chaired by Senator Councilor Augustine Chie. Defense, Intelligence, Security and Veteran Affairs, chaired by Senator Momo Tanukoli Saros. Ways, Means, Finance and Budget Accounts, chaired by Senator Amara of the contract signed in 2021 limited. Based on our findings, the cancellation of background and overview of the contract. In 2021, the government of Liberia awarded Contact Global Liberia Limited a contract to digitize the alien resident permit system. Contact Global, an international company headquartered in the United Kingdom, with offices in the United Arab Emirates, India, Burundi, and Nigeria, was selected through a restricted bidding process. The contract mandates the production of 350,000 resident permits over a 5-year period. If this target is not met within the initial term, the contract allows for an extension until the target is reached. Rationale of the contract. The digitization of the alien resident permit system was intended to: 1, improve efficiency in processing issuing permits. 2, enhance the security of resident data. 3, facilitate better management of non-citizen residents. And 4, increase government revenue from permit fees, while ensure that the execution of such contracts upholds the country's issues and concerns. The committee identified several critical to the contract with Contact Global. These issues span data security, legal compliance, financial irregularities, and the operational structure of the contract. Data security, local versus external data storage. Although Contact Global assured that data will be stored locally with no cloud-based backup, the contract permits encrypted cloud hosting for backup services. This raises concerns about the potential for data to be stored outside Liberia, posing risks to national security. Location of servers. Despite the contract stipulating that servers should be housed at the Liberia Immigration Service Airport, they are currently located at the Contact Global's designated compromises control over sensitive data. Personnel and knowledge transfer are non-Liberians. with local staff primarily knowledge transfer and raises questions about the long-term sustainability and control of the system post-termination of Contact Global's service. Food card quality. The current alien digitized cards produced by Contact Global is of low quality, lacks signature space for the Commissioner General of the Liberia Immigration Service, who is the authorized authority to issue resident permit. This begs the questions of why Contact Global should be collecting an excessive 40% of such service on revenue generated from resident permit issuance. 2. Legal and compliance concerns. 1. The lack of required certifications. The management of sensitive data necessitates specific certifications, e.g., ISO 27001 for information security and ISO. Contact Global has not provided evidence of processing these certifications. Legislative ratification evasion. The contract's violation is based on the quantity of permits rather than a defined monetary value, potentially circumventing the requirement for legislative ratification. Given that the projected revenue far exceeds the $10 million was stipulated in the investment out of 2003 financial year value. The contract's total value, when calculated based on the fees for ECOWAS citizens alone, significantly exceeds $52 million. This large financial commitment requires explicit legislative ratification, which has not been obtained. Revenue sharing structure. The contract stipulates a 60-40% revenue split between the government of Liberia and Contact Global. However, such an arrangement is inconsistent with the revenue code of Liberia, which mandates that all fees for permits should be deposited in government accounts. Joint transitory account. Fees collected under the contract are deposited into a joint account at EcoBank Liberia, which lacks oversight from key revenue authorities. This setup raises transparency and accountability issues. 4. Security. Extended contract validated. 350,000 permits target is now met within 5 decades to achieve this target, effectively extending the contract. 5. Stakeholder feedback. Operational concerns. Stakeholders, including the Liberia Revenue Authority, the Public Procurement and Concession Commission, and the National Security Agency, have raised significant concerns regarding the operational and financial aspects of the contract. Issues with data security and compliance. PPCC recommends cancellation. The Procurement and Concession Commission, PPCC, has written the Commissioner General of the Liberia Immigration Service in that March 2024, requesting for cancellation resident permit contract with Contact Global. The PCC among cited a delayed start of the contract by more than 2 years. Obviously highlighting operational inefficiency and revenue loss of over US $450,000 that should be generated. Complications in similar service delivery. Contact Global has faced multiple challenges and complications related to its operations in countries particularly African countries where it has operations. The company currently has significant options. Scrutiny, oversight, and compliance. Implementation